is interesting. I actually think, I don't know for sure, don't quote me, but I mean, I think Min does okay against Steve. It's probably slightly losing, but like Min actually, you know, can get around the other issues. I mean, Megawatt is a big force.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Obviously, scooping up Steve in some of these like jump scenarios or off the blocks with Ram, stuff like that. I think it could be very interesting. We'll have to see it here because Game 1 is going to be in DB, Min, Steve, or Enderman in this case.
Exactly. Already trying to go ahead and build any kind of a wall, but that's going to be the problem is that we can see Justice knock on that door all the way across the stage. It's going to be so easy to apply just a little bit of pressure. That's what gives Min a bit of an edge in this matchup, potentially. This is one of those that's really debated, it feels like. A lot of Steves have opinions.
Yeah, and I mean, the Min have opinions too, but there's fewer of them, so, you know, do they really matter? We do have like the good long-range pressure that you were talking about. Like, this is exactly what I expect to see. A good Ram Nair as well to catch that high minecart. You're looking for all of these good punishes. As of right now, you can't get stuck on the platform because all of a sudden you take 60%.
Oh, you hit the tech and you almost died for it. That is
Twice.
Nuts. Great punish from Syrup right there, but yet again, that Ram playing such a powerful tool in the corner, trying as an anti-minecart and anti-burst option, effectively.
Yeah, so we force the air dodge out with the Dragon Laser. We have the Megawatt in reserve to try to get that punish. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out, so Syrup continues to exert pressure once he's back on ledge.
Does get the Megawatt hit right there, so now stuck into it. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Perhaps we had a little bit of a misinput off stage right there. Usually you have those mashes already with Steve to recover from just about anywhere.
Of course, and the Elytra can get you back from very, very far away, even at like lower altitude. So it's kind of crazy. I mean, seeing Syrup kind of fall short there, it does give Justice a chance to kind of extend a lead. We have a bit of a gentle lead so far, but I need to see if we can get like maybe a big punish from Syrup, and there it is.
Yeah, just catching the standard get up with the down smash right away. That's one of those where if you can get that consistently, it is going to be so terrifying because it also covers roll of that position. So what do you actually do in that spot? Answer, just guess.
I guess so.
Unfortunately.
And so far, I mean, Justice has been doing a good job of keeping Syrup from farming too many materials. We do have a diamond on deck just in case. It's probably going to be used right here. We're going to try to craft these tools. And now this is going to be a much different fight because you get that instant back air. You know exactly what Syrup is looking for, but we don't get like a drag down or anything. We're not going to be able to get a reset on ground. So Justice getting caught up in the skies this time. A lot of good block combos from Syrup.
And now trying to get that dash attack as well, and to any kind of a mix-up going from center stage. But at this point, I'm digging the patience from Seer, just willing to go ahead and put up even a one-block wall and just mine, if Justice is unwilling to save space, the little bit of a dash back right there. We got footsies nerf.
Yeah, I mean, Steve with his like really slow ground speed is like, I guess has some footsies or whatever you want to call it. Air dodging back into the block, up smash. That's horrifying to see. You can see Justice kind of reeling back in his chair a little bit after that one. I would be too.
Now trying to go ahead and build a wall, get a couple more resources. Yeah, anytime this resource train is looking a little bit empty, Syrup is more than willing to change the pace of the momentum. How did that hit the plat? I could have sworn that had gone below nerf.
Yeah, it's hard to say, and of course because it's golden powered, it's strong. Like we have a very, very strong side B now. This is an issue, and we're stacked on a lot of stone and not too much iron. So this is the part where we're resourceless. I need to see Justice capitalize here and now.
You have to keep this pressure up because one or two strong hits right there, and Syrup gets the ability to mine. Now you just can't allow him to stand like that for free. Does have the opportunity to get the standard get up, and it's the Megawatt 2 to claim the stock.
Now that is actually crazy because Megawatt can catch Steve because it's a big meatball. It's going to catch Steve when he's going for that really low prone Elytra.
Yep.
So it's that kind of skating the ground of the stage that is a common aggressive get off of ledge for Steve's players. They love going for that as a great setup into things like up smash or up tilts. Those are things that can be viable, but in this situation, I feel like the risk was not worth the reward.
Yeah, definitely one of those where we saw a mix-up, and you could see that Justice already had a smash attack charge. Yeah. So you were basically betting that it wasn't Megawatt. Yeah. And 33% chance, and you're at high percentages.
Yeah.
I'm swinging.
You see the electricity charging, and I'm just like, okay, what have I done?
Right. I've clearly made a wrong choice.
Exactly. The record scratch moment right as he gets into hit stun. Oh,
maybe the answer wasn't
Ness?
to choose C 6 times in a row.
Oh, maybe Ness is the answer here.
Okay, so yeah, the return to the original main here on Syrup's side. I'm not positive about this one. I know Ness mains, they basically view this as an on-off matchup, because if Justice is off stage, dead.
Yeah.
Instantly. Ness has so many tools to edgeguard Min Min that it should happen every single time. But the problem is, floaty character against a character that covers a ton of space with these arms are difficult to match.
Right, and sometimes you can actually invalidate the PK Thunder in thereby invalidating the Ness recovery with the arms from like just from ledge. It seems like it's kind of a no-brainer, but it could be a battle of the advantage states, as you said, Scabs. I mean, obviously it's going to be feast or famine either way.
Already trying to use that phenomenal Ness air dodge to get back to that center platform. That's probably going to be a big part of this matchup right here. Trying to use Mad Cancel up air, not going to work because Justice very wisely staying directly underneath that platform. Use that as an anti-air. Prevent the character from jumping in on you because every Ness wants to jump in with an aerial.
That is true, that is true. So we're going to get a dash attack to try to use this as an anti-air. I respect that. You know exactly that Syrup is going to be using some disjointed aerials. The forward air is a really, really good option. Still, Nair is something that you got to watch out for too. And if Justice lets Syrup kind of like run in and be able to scrap with the hands, it might end up badly for him.
Offstage again with the up B this time, but no two-frame attempt right there from Justice, just waiting to try to apply pressure. Did not work out too well. We have the full reversal. Stuck in the corner now is Justice. The yo-yo. Actually, was that a little bit of a shimmy right there with the down smash?
I have no idea, but that seemed to work. It completely broke the yo-yo in half and the ankles as well.
That is absolutely stunning knowledge right there from Justice. It looked like the hurtbox manipulation of the character like jumping up to get that down smash started. Just barely enough space to dodge the yo-yo.
You think it might have been like a high-profile thing?
Potentially.
That's crazy. But I mean, even then, it felt like it was super fast. Like before the yo-yo was even close, I felt like Justice was letting it rip. That's really good smart awareness.
Good neutral air dodge right there too, dodging the follow-up after the PK Thunder. Dash attack yet again, and then into double ram yet again. That tool playing such a big role right here. Using the neutral air dodge again though is Syrup and gets that double recovery, but still gets two-frame.
Yeah, so gets two-frame. We've got the Dragon to thank for that, and okay, even then, neutral get up, getting past both arms. Justice trying to finish off the plate. We're so close, but we now have a 3-1 lead, and this is looking really good for Justice.
And what an upset this would be. Justice not a low seed. This is like the number 6 seed in the tournament. But
True.
Syrup still number 2 seed. We expected to see Syrup threatening.
Ooh. Gonna die? Yep.
Yeah.
Spot
nothing you can do in that spot.
Yeah, nothing to do. Okay. But yeah, you're right. I mean, the seeding disparity is there. This would be a good thing for Justice to continue to press down. I mean, it feels like Syrup has looked for 2 different characters to answer the pressing questions. So far, even Ness is falling short.
At this point here, we really need to see some of these edge trap situations lead into stock. So far, the dash grab fully committing for that was just not going to work out whatsoever. Using this platform again for a little bit of aerial mobility on the Ness's side, but again, it just feels that the defensive options here from Justice have been really good, using movement rather than hitboxes there. But I don't think we have a double jump here, so this PK Thunder, yeah, you just move it down and prevent Justice from being able to run into that, and they get popped up yet again.
Right, and using the tail end to actually just kind of lightly hit Justice and keep them in hit stun.
Dash attack is an anti-air yet again. You called that out once, Nerf, and now I keep seeing it work for Justice.
Yeah, for real. Looking for a grab. I mean, that is the textbook option. You want to get the arms power up. That's going to be super important because once you do get a grab, increases the kill potential of Justice like 2-fold, basically.
No get-up attack that time, but is able to shield the yo-yo as well. 1-2 to forces Syrup into an awkward spot. Good hit of the back air right there. And then we're offstage yet again. The rising forward air, the Ness B and B, the air dodge expended, and no drift whatsoever. What a comeback for Syrup. It looked like Justice had that match in his hands.
Definitely. And I mean, he was definitely throwing those hands out like extended amount of times. But I mean, it's true. Syrup just kind of planted his feet, or in this case, didn't plant his feet, and stayed aerial, stayed really elusive. And then getting an incredible edge guard like that, that's the reversal opportunities that Ness can provide you. You have the stalling ability, but you also have things like PK Fire that basically ruin the recovery and any chances that you have of it for a Min Min.
Yeah, this is... We're kind of seeing exactly the strengths of the character and the reason for the matchup switch. Yes, neutral might even be a little bit harder here because you no longer have the ability to create your own Kaizo Mario-less levels to play defense. But instead, you have a really mobile air dodge. You have solid drift. It's really the speed that's the problem. And it didn't really feel like Syrup was playing slow.
Definitely not. I mean, Justice had originally been playing like I was watching Wipeout or something. It just feels like you're just getting whacked in the face with like the rotating object every single time, and you cannot get past this part.
Yeah, smack with a wet pool noodle, but this time it's that chakram of Ram Ram.
True. And every time, like, the pokes are starting to work out. We have a huge percentage differential again for Justice, but we've seen how that can kind of lull him into a false sense of security. We see the Megawatt come out looking for big hits already, even at 100%, looking for maybe an early kill on Ness.
Oh, you
but
should be finished here.
Again.
Yeah, yet again. The PK Fire, the immovable wall, may not be Steve, but he's still putting up these barriers for Justice.
And here's the problem, right? Min-Min's airspeed, so lackluster. There's not a lot of drift potential that you have as Min-Min off stage. It feels like Syrup is just easy pickings right now.
And you know the other big thing too, Nerf, is that set knockback on the forward throw. Because that sets up for so much right there. Justice was not at high percentage, but he was still forced all the way off stage in that position.
You get these early percent gimps, and it completely ruins the game plan for the opponent. All right, we're catching the roll in, and finally, Justice is able to finish the plate. This time, we're bringing it to a 2-stock game.
Min-Min yet again in the corner does get the get-up attack to beat out the Yo-Yo, and now this spot, PK Fire, not a good trade for Justice. Tons of damage.
Yeah, just running right back into it. I feel he's just got to be more on top of it and try to escape, get around.
Double, triple dash attack. Can we get a fort? No, now we're going back to scrapping, I say.
Well, Syrup is like, oh no.
This is all the damage of the world.
Oh no.
Ness means live for that moment.
Yep, you know it. You got to see the B reverse magnet.
No!
And takes him right off the tether. Says, get back down there.
That was, you got your hand hanging from the ledge and just looking up, and Ness just says, long live the king, baby.
There's no way. Get a scar moment, but yeah, early back throw. We've seen this time and time again, and it feels like we're missing out on another grab opportunity. No down throw for you this time.
I mean, you called this out, Nerf. It's the aerial mobility of Syrup that really is the X factor all of a sudden. Justice having a ton of trouble intercepting this high recovery. This is a really risky option. And yeah, no jump. And you just saw the eye roll right there from Justice. Justice bet it all.
That's horrible.
And yeah, lost it all.
It's like, yeah, you bet a lot in that move. And looking for a stronger edge guard, you felt like you had to make a bigger play. The desperation kind of set in a little bit. It's tough. And in this moment, it feels like Syrup has found his rhythm and is setting the pace of these games so well.
Yeah, unperturbed, unflustered, like you see it in the player cams right there with the two reactions between the two players. Like, Syrup would just like, yeah, I hit that, that's just what happens. Yeah. And then immediately Justice reeled back in his chair. It's that mental chip damage, that recognition that, hey, I bet it all, and it just turned out to be the exact opposite of what I should have been doing.
Yeah, he kind of fell straight into the trap, and again, it's these reversal opportunities that Ness shows us. It's that song and dance that we've seen a lot, and it's going to continue here, I'm sure, on Hollow Bastion. Already a bit of an unsafe option from Justice. Some unsafe moves on shield. Has got to be careful in these close range scraps, I think.
Uses the jump that time, but intercepted with the nair, and an additional damage right there from that pressure situation. And look at the out-of-shield options from Justice, just struggling to deal with all of this pressure that Syrup is putting out.
Well, I understand why we're going for a lot of up smash. It does have the reflector property, so if we are going to see like a PK Fire from Syrup, then it can do that as well as provide an anti-air opportunity. It has like a 2-for-1 deal still. It's risky, and right now, getting off stage is just a death sentence every single time.
Can we talk about how low effort that is, too? It's literally just put the tail as a wall, and if Min-Min gets clipped by it, if the drift gets canceled for a millisecond, Justice is gone.
It's a reliance on this exact angle, a very precise angle for the tether. You have to be down there at like that low, kind of like 25% angle. It's so tough.
Yeah, if I'm Justice, I'm trying to recover high a little bit more. Like, you just, yeah, it's a little bit greedy, and Syrup may very well anti-air you and intercept you, but at this point, like that, when you see him commit to PK Thunder, it just feels like you're done. It's curtains.
Certainly.
Good SDI away and down in that spot, but now the forward throw, yet again, that set knockback, sending Justice at a really awkward angle, but that time the aggression knocks Syrup away.
And now we're getting some trades here. I mean, it's on dash attack. Justice is using that as an anti-air again. Had some good results with it in the first game, but look at how comfortable Syrup is just going back to ledge. Not even to grab ledge, but just to go right above it. It feels like you have the ability to just kind of get around the arms well enough, but Megawatt's still really strong. You get hit by that, and there's not much you can do except DI and pray.
Does manage to again intercept the PK Thunder. The Yo-Yo not going to claim the stock either, so Justice back to center stage. An opportunity to play a little bit of neutral right here, but the run for double aerial. The triple finally connects.
Falls up.
Justice was trying to go air to air in that position, could not get the nair out to challenge Syrup.
Yeah, you thought he was going to back off. I thought he was going to back off. Justice thought he was going to back off too.
Syrup's like, no, I'm still swinging, dog. What is this?
Yeah.
Pressure with a capital P.
Exactly, and now we're getting a get-up attack here appropriately on the down smash from Lead. You got to be extremely cautious about how we go about this because you got to keep the percent low. You got to take the stock and get some more here. But so far so good. We're getting a clank, but that's good for Min Min.
These dash attacks away are starting to actually not work nearly as well. Haven't actually seen Syrup get hit with more than 1 or 2 a match since that game 1, it feels like.
Yeah, that's true. Feels like we are just like missing a couple of opportunities, some things that were working in the first game, first part of the couple other games as well. It feels like Syrup is just starting to kind of bear down yet again. And if we see, even at like 63%, we could see another situation where he just dies.
Definitely an awkward position. Does use the neutral air dodge, but unable to toss out another hitbox. Ooh. Thunder clanked with a down air. I really dig that option right there from Justice. Great recognition right there. And gets the nair with the roll through. Everybody in the venue knew the Syrup was going for that back throw on that spot. Yeah. Max Rage 100% on Justice. Get out of here.
Still looking for it even center stage as well. You can see, hoping the Justice is going to roll in, look for something like controlling center stage. So far, Justice has been bobbing and weaving well enough. The ground speed has been kind of making up for the air speed or lack thereof. Syrup doing the right things to expedite his approaches, doing the right things, and it feels like a lot of good pressure situations.
And look at the, speaking of pressure situation, Justice gave up all that space too to Syrup. It feels as though at this point though, we got to make something work with this empowered Dragon Laser starting to tick down.
Okay, getting above and around the platform, Syrup doing the right things to just beat out the horizontal potential of Min Min. But look at that, a down air, and we are maybe, we're going to be able to survive.
Falcon.
We're okay.
We're not Falcon.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy with the slow double jump startup. I mean, it's tough to, we're not going to grab that, so it's optimistic, but.
Catching the roll away that time though, so Syrup maintaining the pressure, gets the yo-yo, but not able to connect. Good roll through with Justice. Justice does have a great opportunity here.
Oh yes, the megawatt nair.
No, the back hit not strong enough. Toss out the up B though, not gonna get it either.
So crazy, and forcing out that air dodge. Got Syrup thinking he had the chance to save himself, and the megawatt comes out. You always respect the left hook.
And after a little bit of a quiet game 1 and 2, the crowd's starting to get riled up here. That's what I want to see. I don't want to hear the class getting quiet on us. I want to hear them make some noise for their invaders.
South Carolina is starting to pop up for Justice, you know, their newfound friend. In a Game 5 set here for us in winners semifinals. Justice kind of shaking off the nerves. You could tell he's feeling the pressure, but he knows that this is his chance to make a difference.
I mean, pressure makes diamonds. I want to see how valuable Justice turns out after these games. I mean, you know that he's already in the money here. Winners semis here for a reason, but he doesn't want to end it here. He wants to take it all the way.
Yeah, going up in winners finals over the top 2 seed of the tournament, it would be a huge statement right now. We're going back to PS2 where it all began. This was a game where, this was actually a stage where Justice, or no, won, right?
Yeah, the game 1 here that we saw Steve. So
yeah,
Justice managed to go ahead
and
grab
right.
that
It was
one.
about Steve. So yeah, different character. So could be a different story.
PK Thunder again intercepted by the aggression here. Justice starting to go ahead and use that tool more and more in this matchup, not allowing Syrup to go ahead and get these setups going. And you know the homies are really, really proud of this one because we're hearing arguments about how much they love Min Min.
Yes.
That is a rarity right here.
Exactly. I mean, it's not often that you hear things like that, but that's going to be a tough one. We do get a lack of a tech, and that means it's a 1-for-1 trade. Justice is still in this.
Running all the way off stage just to go aggressive for 23 damage. That is a risky option, but it pays off. Now, good combo string here from Syrup, extending all the way across stage. The forward air, the reset, the air dodge, directional air dodge, no double jump. Justice carried into the hardest disadvantage state I've ever seen from a Ness player.
That was a coast-to-coast combo, taking him off, robbing of the resources, and Justice falls by the wayside. Now has to make up that slack right now in stock 2.
Did get the air dodge, but couldn't actually get any kind of a connection right here, relying on this ram to win neutral. Dash attack is going to go ahead and force Syrup into the corner yet again. Expends the air dodge, perhaps a little bit nervous right here.
No.
We get the grab in the back throw, and Justice dominating in neutral 0%, but the tether snap.
No, the tether cancel, and we actually get the force out. This is what he was looking for. He finally gets it in Game 5. Justice now evens it back up, last stock.
I really thought Justice was dead right here. When I saw that tether snap, I'm saying to myself, no way he makes it back. But Justice proving me wrong, proving the homies right to put their confidence in him.
But just like that, catching the tether, you see the rising fair.
The no double jump.
There is no way back. It is just going to be Syrup cleaning it up in the last stock. A a masterclass in dismantling a recovery piece by piece.
What did I say at the beginning of this? It's an on-again, off-again relationship with Min Min at edge. When she's on that edge, she's not having a good time. When she's off that edge and actually got the opponent forced into the corner, well, she's living pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely felt like that was the chance Justice was looking for. Had that one kill, low percent, it felt like it was getting so close down to the wire, and then Syrup just snaps. And
That's
all
it.
of a sudden, the game is over, and you're done.
Absolutely nothing left right there.
Sent to losers.
So why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit about a few of the folks that are helping to go ahead and put this tournament on. Nerf, do you want to go ahead and take the one about Ace of Cards?
Yeah,